how to install WordPress on Hostinger. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you how you can install your WordPress website using Hostinger. So having said that, let's just jump into the video. So first things first, what you want to do is you want to log in onto hostinger.com. You want to sign up. Sign up is pretty simple. It's free. You can easily sign up with using your Google account or GitHub or any other socials that are available, or email address. And once you've signed up, this is how your dashboard is going to look like. Now, granted, you won't have domains if it's your new account, so just forget this exists. And then what you want to do is you want to come over here onto the left hand side and click on websites. Right here in websites, you will find all these different offers, and here you have single web hosting, premium web hosting, and business web hosting. Choose whichever one you want. You can see down below all the features and how many space they provide and how many files and visitors you might get, and they support. So this website right here, single web hosting, supports up to 10,000 visitors per month. So this number shows the approximate traffic to your website can handle. So at a time, 10,000 people can come over to your website. Yeah, I think that's more than enough. Unless you have a very different type of website, then of course you're going to need a bit more visitors and a different plan. But go ahead and choose this plan, and you can go with either 48 month, 24, 12 months, which is like a year, 2 year, 3 year, or 4 year, and or go with monthly. It totally depends on you. Once you've bought this, you should be good to go. Then it's gonna take you to the admin panel and the cPanel, where you're gonna go ahead and install the website and set up your account. Now I'm gonna skip all of that and I'm gonna directly jump into the next step, so because it has sensitive information. So I'm gonna skip all of that and move on to the next step, where we're gonna go ahead and set up our website and install. So here, what we're gonna do, so this is what it looks like. So I already had a few websites, but I deleted them. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to click on add new site, and this is basically what's going to look like, right? And it's going to ask you whether you want to install a website via WordPress or AI, and then here it'll ask you to choose a domain. All right, so I don't have a domain, so I'll just type in whatever. I'll just add this name, and then we'll just scroll down and then click on skip purchase. And there are plans, but you can see right here, we'll get to that later. For now, we're going to stick with the free plan, and now it's going to get everything ready, and we'll get into the dashboard of our website. And here we go. So here you can see all of the options over here on the left hand side. Pretty simple layout, and here is a simple checklist that we need to complete. So we've got give your site a name, write your first post, and edit this site, and then down below we've got launch your site. So we can go ahead and fill this out as well. So I'll go ahead and actually give your site a name. I want to go ahead and click on that. It's going to take us to the settings and the general settings, and here we can go ahead, just name the site. So we'll go with that, and then scroll down and just simply hit the save button, save changes. There we go. So now we can go back to the dashboard, and here we go. All right, so now we can go ahead and get started. So next we've got write your first post. We can go ahead and write a first post. So here you can go ahead and let's say some of the best foods or some of the most satiating foods that are right now. So let's go ahead and create that. So we'll click on write your first post. You can even come over here onto the left hand side and click on post and get started with that. And this is going to take us to the editor, just gives you a little bit of overview on how to get started. And here we'll add the title. Since this is the first post, we'll go with top 10 most satiating foods. There we go. So next we're gonna add the block over here. You can see you can click over here or click on the plus button at the top corner. This is going to give you a little drop down where you can go ahead and add all of these options. So here we can go with heading, all right, or a list, but we'll go with the heading, another one. And instead of here, actually we'll go with a separator over here. I don't think there is one. Let's go with plus over here. There we go, separator. So we'll click on that. There we go. So next we're going to leave this space over here, and here we'll add a heading. And actually first, before we add the heading, and also this is the post name, that's fine. Here we're going to go with, I'll go ahead and add a paragraph and just type that in. There we go. That is good. Next we'll go with the list. First up is boiled potatoes. We'll go with a heading over here. We'll go with the heading number 3. Boiled potatoes. There we go. And we'll add the other stuff. There we go. So this should be more of a list over here. There we go. So why? I'll go ahead and make this bigger, and there we go. Why? Extremely high on the satiety index. We'll add like an image of the satiating index, or sorry, the satiety index, like that. Now this image is a little bit weird, but that's fine. We can drag, maybe we can make it, there we go. I suppose we can just put it down below as well, but that's fine. So there we go. So something like this. This is of course not a good chart or good design whatsoever, but it'll get the job done, right? So we can then go ahead and click on publish, and then click on publish, and now boom, we have a post. And now we can just simply go back to our dashboard. There we go. We now have post over here. We'll get rid of this one, and boom. Now we can go ahead and actually edit our website as well. So for example, go back to dashboard, then we can click on edit site design. And if you have a theme, you can upload a theme as well. But since we're using the free plan of WordPress, you won't be able to go ahead and install plugins. So keep that in mind, even though they have like a bunch of different plugins. But yeah, so here we go. We can see right here, we have recent post. This is like a simple website, and we have like our post over here, and here we can go with styles. So here we can see the typography, the colors, the backgrounds, and the shadows. So if we go with the deep shadow, I think this is okay. And here we've got a natural one. Here we can click on the I button to see how it looks like, but that's fine. And here we have the typography where we can change the font. So here we have font. Right now it's Fig Tree. We can go with this one, or we can go with Gabarito, or we can go with Gabarito. And there's a bunch of other ones as well. I don't see, oh, NATO, there we go. Noto Sans, also pretty cool. Open Sans as well, which is really cool. We've got the font side. We can go with a medium or a small. Appearance over here, we could go with regular, bold, semi-bold, or stuff like that, but I think this is okay. And we've got headings as well. We can change the headings. So here again, I'll go with a Open Sans, like that. There we go, looks much better. And we can go with all headings. Yep, that's fine. And make them bolder or extra bold. I don't think it'll work since we have to make the headings bolder, but I think this is okay. And we can, you know, go with captions, buttons, and everything. So we can change all of the text and typography. We have colors where we can see the text colors, the background. Links color could be white and blue. Buttons are black and white. We can go ahead and change them as well. We can change the entire color palette over here. We can make it black or white, which actually kind of looks pretty cool. So we'll go with this one because it's easier on the eyes at night as well. And then we have the overall layout. We can see dimensions. We'll leave them as it is. And then we have blocks over here where we can add the blocks as well. So this was style. And then we have pages where we can see all the pages that are available on the website, and we can create them as well. And then we have templates to, you know, see what type of template we would like. We can see right here we got a bunch of different ones. I personally like this one, so here we'll go with this one and click on get started. And now this is the post right here. We can click on the add a read more link over here. This is basically where people can click on this link. It'll open up the post in another tab, which is pretty cool. And here we have the overall name over here. You can change it. You can change the name. Here we can see we already have the name. This is like the overall website name. I don't think we need this section, so we'll get rid of that. And here we have the image. Here you can add the image if you want, or you can get rid of that, but it totally depends on you. So it's a pretty simple editor, just a drag and drop, and boom, there you go. So for now, I'll click on save and save this, and there we go. So this is how you do it. This is how you get a website through Hostinger. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. And I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, take care and goodbye.